Good morning, Bande Mataram. So this morning it is a beautiful topic we are going to discuss right now. That is on the topic will be on Jivatma, Spark Soul, and Psychic Being. So we keep discussing this topic in a continuous manner. Many angles we have seen this topic from many angles. We have discussed from different point of view. Of course, we are trying to explore a little bit more also. We'll try to find and expand a little bit. So on this glorious occasion, this is of course a Guru Divas. So it is a big time. We are in 5th September when we consider that is a big occasion. It is observed as the children of the Teachers' Day. So on this glorious occasion, we are going to greet the great gurus. Of course, for us, the great guru, only guru is Mother and Sri Aurobindo. And of course, Mother quotes the great guru is only Sri Aurobindo. The only guru and the greatest guru definitely is none but Sri Aurobindo as per Mother's quotation. So right now we are going to take the topic that is a brilliant topic. Of course, it is will be discussed on our Jivatma, Spark Soul, and Psychic Being. So here, before going this one, we must observe some difference. We know that the Jivatma, it is presiding from above. It survives birth and death. So it is the portion of the divine. And so everything and the psychic being, we know, but Jivatma is not evolutionary. But here, psychic being is steps into the evolution, carries out the process of evolution. That is a great thing we have already discussed. Anyway, here we'll discuss the great topic that is Jivatma, Spark Soul, and the psychic being are the three different forms of the same reality. That's here in the course. Jivatma, Spark Soul, and the psychic being are the three different forms of the same reality, and they must not be mixed up together. There must not be any confusion because three identities of the same reality. As that is a big confusion that clarifies the inner experience. For this, to know, to understand, to visualize, there is really needed a great clarification, and the clarification must come from within. Initially, here in the quotes and tries to quote Jivatma or spirit is self-existent above the manifestation of the or instrumental being. Initial lines here in the course, we have discussed in different views, different angles, in different times. Jivatma or spirit is self-existent above the manifested or instrumental being. It is superior to birth and death, survives birth and death. Always is the same. It is the individual self or Atman, the eternal true being of the individual. That is the greatness of the spirit of the Jivatma or spirit, what is here in the quotes beautifully. Individual self or Atman, the eternal true being of the individual. Again comes the spark soul. We know spark of the divine soul is the spark of the divine. So Sri Aurobindo quotes and tries to explain in his own explanation. That is a big explanation as explained by our master. The soul is the spark of the divine and the staying where it is staying in the heart of the living creatures of nature. Living creatures of the nature, it is placed. It is well placed in the heart, and this is the spark of the divine. It is not seated above the manifested being as the Jivatma, not seated above the manifested being. It enters into the manifestation of the self, not on the above. It enters the manifestation of the self and consents to be the part of the natural phenomenon of a becoming support number one. It has consents, it has consents to be the part of the its natural phenomenon becoming, supports the evolution in the world of material nature. So that is consented, it has come and it is supporting the evolution of the world of natural material nature. It carries with it the vast and the undifferentiated power of the divine consciousness. That is a great aspect and a great quotation from Baba Sri Aurobindo. It carries with it the at first and undifferentiated power of the divine consciousness. undifferentiated power of the divine consciousness, containing all possibilities, but at first unevolved possibilities, containing all the possibilities, but at first unevolved possibilities, all the possibilities yet to be evolved in the initial time, in the very first time, which have not yet taken form, but yet which is it is to function in the evolution to give form. It is undifferentiated. It is actually unevolved. Initially, it is unevolved possibility. It has to function in the process of evolution, and it has to give the form. That is the great thing. The spark of the divinity is there in all terrestrial living beings. The spark of divinity is there in all terrestrial living beings, from Earth's highest to the lowest creatures. That is a great thing. It is everywhere, starting from the highest up to lowest. It is there. Process of evolving. It is now initially it has unevolved possibility. Yet take the form and the function in the evolution to give a form. That is the great thing. That is the great evolutionary thing. And it is the spark of the divinity where the terrestrial living beings, from starting from the highest being to its lowest creature, it is there. So we have known Jivatma. Second, in the next page, we have seen and we the spark of the divine, that is spark soul. Finally, we'll come to the third aspect, that is psychic being. Already we know soul is psychic being. So the psychic being is a spiritual personality. Psychic being is a spiritual personality put forward by the soul in its evolution. Very interesting. And so same thing, but how it evolves and how it works, how it is put forward. So here in the course, the psychic being is a spiritual personality. It is a spiritual personality put forward by the soul. Spiritual personality put forward by the soul in its evolution. Its growth marks the stage which is spiritual evolution of the individual has to be reached. Involution is over. Now it is the process of evolution in the upward way it is going on. And this carrier who really concentrates, carries out, and takes forward, that is nothing but none but a psychic being. So, stage which is the spiritual evolution of the individual has reached, and the immediate possibilities are of the future. So again, it stands behind the mental, vital, and physical nature. Already, and we know it stands behind the mental, vital, and physical nature, and grows by their experience. Already we know it has the growth, progress, everything as per the we know it has come. Soul has come for the experience, progress, then for development. So it stands behind mental, physical, and vital. Very clear. We know. And the physical nature, and grows by their experience. With their experience it grows and carries the consciousness from life to life. Not in a one life it will be over. So from life to life, it is a psychic person or a Chaitya Purusha. Already we have discussed in our initial discussion. English, the term we use the phrase that is psychic being. That is equivalent term so far language is concerned, so far Sanskrit is concerned, it is Chaitya Purusha. At first, it is held by the mental, vital, and physical parts. We know. At first, initially, it is actually held by the mental, vital, and physical parts, limited by them. Not only held, it is actually limited by the same thing, mind, vital, and physical, mental, vital, physical, by them, and in its self-expression by their limitation. Mind, vital, and physical, they have got your limitation. Actually, they are covering. They are actually suppressing the work of the psychic nature. So initially, it is held by mental, vital, physical, and again limited by the expression of their limitation, bound to the reactions of the nature, bound to the reaction of the nature. But as it grows, initial phase. But as it grows, when the growing phase actually starts, it is initially the spark. When the growing phase starts, then it becomes capable of coming forward. Now it was behind the veil, behind the mind and behind the achievements and of course working of the mind, vital, physical. Now it is actually kept forward. It grows and becomes capable of coming forward and dominating the mind, life, and body. Initially, it is getting dominated by mind and life and body. It is a spark. Afterwards, when it actually starts the process of growing, then what happens? It starts it coming out, coming forward, not the behind. From behind, it is coming forward. And the dominating mind and the vital and the physical, they have nothing to do. They get dominated. Initially, they were all dominating psychically. In the ordinary man, it still depends upon for the expression because they don't know what is. They don't have the yogic idea. They don't have the interest to progress. They don't know the really what spirituality is meant. So initially, we know in the ordinary people, it still depends from further expression and is not able to rake them up and freely use them. So already, because they are dominant, they don't know what is the purpose of their living. The life of the being is animal and human because they are living in the ordinary human consciousness that is almost equal to the animal consciousness, like roti kapda mata, ahara maithuna bhayo, fear, that sexual attitude and fear, food, all they are confined. So the life of being is almost animal and human, not divine, because they don't know divine. They don't have aspiration for the divinity. They don't want to go. Simply they are much more much more contented. They are happy with their ordinary life. So when the psychic being can by the sadhana becomes dominant, to be dominant already that the natural evolutionary process is there, something is being done. But when you accept the process of sadhana, when the psychic being can be by sadhana becomes dominant and freely use its instruments of the psychic being, mind, life, and vital. So when the sadhana process continues, psychic becomes dominant with the touch of this psychic sadhana. We know that the psychic becomes dominant and freely uses the instruments. Initially, these instruments were trying to fail it, to suppress it. Now it comes forward, it makes them at their instruments, everything goes on, and the impulse towards the divine become complete. When it is comes forward, dominates its in, and dominates mind, body. Not only dominates, but actually it uses them as the instrument. Then impulse towards the divine become complete, and the transformation of the mind, vital and the physical. It is not merely their liberation become possible. Only everything is possible with the touch and the dominancy, of course, the act of the hiking. Again, we'll see as the self or Atman is free and superior to birth and death. Already we have known, we have discussed. As the self is or Atman is free and superior to birth and death, the experience of the Jivatma and its unity with the Supreme or Universal Self is sufficient to bring the sense of liberation. Already, with all these things, it will happen. Psychic has to come forward, the process has to start. So, as the self or Atma, it is always free, superior to birth and death, not confined. And second, the experience of the Jivatma and the unity with the Supreme. Two things. One, experience of the Jivatma and its unity with the Supreme or Universal Self. It is sufficient to bring the sense of liberation. That before we have known liberation, transformation, these terms we have already seen. But for the transformation of the life and the nature, the full awareness and awakening of our psychic being is indispensable for this liberation, for this transformation. Only thing it has to be very much in line. That is nothing but the awakening and of course awareness of the psychic being. So the psychic being realizes at this stage its oneness with the true being. That realization it comes the self. See, it realizes the two stages of oneness with its own being, that is self, but does not disappear or change into it. Does not disappear or change into it. It remains as the instrument of the psychic for psychic and the spiritual self-expression. A divine manifestation is the nature. That is the true thing, the true idea. So where we go, that must be fun. What we have to do, only thing we have to do, we have to see the aspiration of the psychic being would then be translate the demand entirely for opening of the whole lower nature, mind, vital body to the divine, for the love and union with the divine, for its presence and power within the heart, for the transformation of the mind, vital, and the body by the descent of the higher consciousness into the instrumental being and the there. So, what is the in yoga? Aspiration plays an important role. The demand of the self from the nature from above, the psychic aspiration of the nature from below. That is the both aspiration are necessary for the great thing to be done. Vande Mataram.